Let us talk about a dark chapter of history that often gets glossed over. The age of exploration wasn't just about discovering new lands. It was built on the backs of enslaved people. When we think of explorers like Columbus or Vasco da Gama, we picture grand ships and new horizons. But what we often miss is the brutal reality that fueled these voyages and the empires they created. In the 15th and 16th centuries, European powers like Portugal and Spain started exploring the Atlantic. Their goal, to find new trade routes to Asia and access its wealth of spices and silks. But along the way, they found something else they could exploit. People. Early on, they established trading posts along the African coast, initially for gold and ivory. But soon, the most profitable commodity became human beings. This demand for labor exploded when Europeans colonized the Americas. They established massive plantations to grow sugar, tobacco, and cotton. These crops were incredibly labor-intensive, and the indigenous populations had been decimated by disease and violence. So, where did they turn? To Africa. This began the transatlantic slave trade, a horrific system that forcibly transported millions of Africans across the ocean in inhumane conditions. These enslaved Africans were the engine of the colonial economy. Their forced labor on plantations in the Caribbean and the Americas generated immense profits for European empires. The sugar from the Caribbean, for example, was so valuable it was called white gold. These profits funded more voyages, bigger ships, and larger armies. It created a triangular trade route. European goods went to Africa, enslaved Africans were taken to the Americas, and plantation crops were shipped back to Europe. So, when we look at the incredible wealth and power that European nations gained during the Age of Exploration, we have to acknowledge its source. It wasn't just about brave sailors and brilliant navigators. It was a system built on the unimaginable suffering of millions of enslaved Africans. The grand cathedrals, the powerful navies, the burgeoning cities of Europe were financed, directly or indirectly, by the profits of slavery. Understanding this connection is crucial to seeing the full, unvarnished picture of our shared global history. Thanks for watching, and if you found this insightful, consider subscribing for more historical deep dives.